Greetings to you all. Welcome to Class 9, Unit 3, Drama, Old Man River, Book Back Exercise, Part 3. Dear children, today we are going to do Grammar section. Page 66. Shall we do? Okay, first one is clauses. First of all, what are clauses? A clause is a group of words that contains both a subject and a predicate or a verb. There are two types of clauses. They are independent clauses and dependent clause. அதாவது clausesனாக்க ரெண்டு விதம் இருக்குது. ஒன் இஸ் இண்டிபெண்டன்ட், சொந்தமாக நிற்கும், அதாவது சப்ஜெக்ட் இருக்கும், ப்ரெடிகேட் இருக்கும், லைக் தட். இன்னொன்று டிபெண்டன்ட் clause, எதுக்கும் சார்ந்து இருக்கிறது மாதிரி. ஓகே, ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள், கல்பனா வாண்ட்ஸ் டு பை எ ஃபோன் பட் ஷீ டஸ் நாட் ஹாவ் இனஃப் மனி. அப்போ இங்கே பார்த்தீங்கன்னாக்கா கல்பனா வாண்ட்ஸ் டு பை எ ஃபோன், அது வந்து இண்டிபெண்டன்ட் clause, தனியாக நிற்குது. கல்பனா சப்ஜெக்ட், வாண்ட்ஸ் டு பை அது வந்து வேர்பு, ஃபோன் அப்போது அது வந்து ஃபுல் சென்டென்ஸாகவே இருக்குது. பட் ஷீ டசன்ட் ஹாவ் இனஃப் மனி, இப்போ இங்கேயும் இண்டிபெண்டன்ட் நிற்குது. ஷீ டசன்ட் ஹாவ் இனஃப் மனி. இப்போது ஹூ இஸ் ஜாயினிங் தீஸ் டூ? பட். ஸோ டூ இண்டிபெண்டன்ட் clauses are there. See next sentence. If you don't study well, you won't pass the exam. Here, if you don't study well, so it is not complete. Edo innum venum, incomplete. So that is called as independent clause. Whereas you won't pass the exam, nee pass ஆக மாட்ட. அப்போ அது independent. Subject இருக்குது, verb இருக்குது, எல்லாம் இருக்குது. Okay, see the next one. Kavin bought a car which was too expensive. Okay, Kavin bought a car. கவின் கார் வாங்கினாங்க. ஸோ தட் இஸ் ஃபுல் சென்டென்ஸ், சப்ஜெக்ட் வேர்ப் ஆப்ஜெக்ட் எல்லாம் இருக்குது. விச் வாஸ் டூ எக்ஸ்பென்சிவ், அப்போ த சம்திங் இஸ் மிஸ்ஸிங். ஸோ தட் இஸ் டிபெண்டன்ட். ஸோ ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஒன் இஸ் இண்டிபெண்டன்ட் clause. சஞ்சய் இஸ் அ டேலண்டட் பிளேயர் தோ ஹீ இஸ் அவுட் ஆஃப் ஃபார்ம். ஸோ சஞ்சய் இஸ் அ டேலண்டட் பிளேயர் இஸ் இண்டிபெண்டன்ட் clause. சப்ஜெக்ட் வேர்ப் எல்லாம் இருக்குது. ஹியர் தோ ஹீ இஸ் அவுட் ஆஃப் ஃபார்ம், அப்போ இது இன்கம்ப்ளீட், சம்திங் இஸ் necessary like that. Okay. Independent clauses are also known as main clauses, are complete sentences. They can stand alone and express a complete thought. Independent, அதான் independent நிற்கிறது, சரியா? யாரையும் சாராம ஸ்ட்ரெயிட்டாக நிற்கிறது. ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள், I need a book. Mary prefers coffee. Ram is a good volleyball player. ஓகே, இதெல்லாமே independent clauses. சரி, dependent clauseனா என்ன? Dependent clauses are known as subordinate clauses. Contain a subject and a predicate, but they do not express a complete thought. So inge subject irukum, predicate irukum, but it is not fully conveyed. It doesn't convey complete thought. For example, when it is raining, so when it is rain varumbodhu appo innum baaki irukkudu, because you were late, innum something is missing. After ஸ்கூலுக்கு போன பின்னாடி என்ன பண்ணோம், ஸோ சம்திங் இஸ் மிஸ்ஸிங். நோ, தே ஆர் கால்ட் as dependent clauses. இது சார்ந்து இருக்குது. There are three main types of dependent clauses. They are adjective clauses, adverb clauses and noun clauses. So the first one, an adjective clauses describes or gives more information about a noun. So adjective clause என்ன? So all of you know noun. Noun என்ன? பெயர் சொல். So நவுனுக்கு எக்ஸ்ட்ரா மீனிங் கொடுக்குது இல்லையா, அதுதான் அட்ஜெக்டிவ். ஸோ அதுக்கு எக்ஸ்ட்ரா மீனிங் கொடுக்கும்போது தட் இஸ் கால்ட் அஸ் அட்ஜெக்டிவ் clause. தட் tells us which one, what kind or how many. For example, the book that you left on the bus belongs to Mr. Bhaskar. Next one is adverb clause. ஸோ வேர்ப்னாக்க தெரியும் இல்லையா, வேர்ப்னாக்க செயல். ஸோ வேர்புக்கு எக்ஸ்ட்ரா மீனிங் கொடுக்குறது adverb. An adverb clause describes or gives more information about the verb. That tells us when, where, how, to what extent or under what conditions something is happening. So verb naka செயல். So அதுக்கு தான் சொல்றது adverb clause. For example, she was happy because her father gave her a watch. Next one, noun clause. Noun clause takes the place of a noun in the sentence. For example, this is the best route that I knew. Fine children. Now moving on to phrases. இப்போ இது வரைக்கும் படித்தது clauses. இப்போ phrase. clausesனால் சொல்லிட்டோம், ஒன்று வந்து dependent clause, இன்னொன்று independent clause. ஒன்று சார்ந்திருக்கும், சாராமல் இருக்கும். எல்லாத்துலேயும் சப்ஜெக்ட் ப்ரெடிகேட் இருக்குது. அதில் 3 types இருக்குதுன்னு படிச்சிட்டோம். இப்போ next moving on to phrases. A phrase is a group of words that forms a meaningful unit, but it is not a complete sentence. In other words, it does not have a subject or a verb. And a phrases னு சொல்லும்போது அங்க முன்ன clauses மாதிரி subject, verb, objectலாம் இருக்கிறது இல்லை. So a phrase. For example, the black hat, blown away in the wind. For example, the red umbrella was blown away in the wind. For example, நான் question கேட்குறேன், என்னம்மா பறந்து போச்சு? அப்போ ரெட் அம்ப்ரெல்லா பறந்து போச்சு ஃபுல்லாக சொல்ல மாட்டோம், ரெட் அம்ப்ரெல்லா அவ்வளோதான். ஓகே, அப்பா எப்போ வருவாங்க? அட் நைட், அதர்வைஸ் பை 7 o'clock. ஸோ அந்த ஷார்ட்டாக சொல்கிறது தான், அதுதான் ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கோங்களேன். தட் இஸ் கால்ட் phrases. There are several kinds of phrases in English language. Some of the common ones are described below. Noun phrases. A noun phrase is a group of words made up of a noun and its modifiers. The white car, my English teacher, the bookshop. For example, the pink house is for sale. Fine. Which is your car? கேட்குறேன். அப்போ நீங்கள் வேர்ல்டு that white car is my car சொல்ல, the white car. அதோட finish. Okay. Which is your favorite teacher? அப்போ English teacher is my favorite teacher சொல்ல மாட்டோம், English teacher. அதிலே முடிஞ்சு போச்சு, சரியா? So such things are called as noun phrases. Next one is verb phrases. A verb phrase is a group of words made up of a verb, helping verb and modifiers. Ran quickly to catch. Filled with horror. Dedicated to. For example, you have woken up everyone in the house. சரியா? இது வந்து verb phrase. Okay, now moving on to prepositional phrases. A prepositional phrase is a group of words that begin with a preposition and help to explain the relationship between two things. For example, on the boat, over the tree, in the school. Example, the present inside the big box is mine. அப்போ inside the big box, that is called as prepositional phrase. அதாவது in, on, at, on, over அந்த மாதிரி வருது, that one. Okay, now moving on to the exercise children, section A. Identify the dependent clauses or phrases in the following sentence and underline them. First one, texting on his phone, the man swerved into a ditch. அப்போ texting on the phone, that is a phrase. Second one, it isn't necessary to cram all night if you studied a little each day. So here, dependent clause வந்து if you have studied each day, that is dependent clause. Third one, we climbed up the hill to enjoy the view. So that to enjoy the view, that is a phrase. Fourth one, I enjoy painting during my holidays. During my holidays, that is a phrase. Fifth one, whether he attends the party or not. I have decided to go. That is dependent clause. Whether he attends the party or not. Sixth one, I will stop playing the drums when you go to sleep. That is when you go to sleep is dependent clause. Fine, children? Okay, moving on to next one. Section B, page 68. Complete the following sentences using appropriate prepositional phrases. First one, I would like to order coffee dash tea. So you have the options instead of, instead from, instead to. So I would like to order coffee instead of tea. This option A is the right answer. Instead adukku badila. Second one, dash the rains we went out. Your options are in spite of, in spite on. So the answer is in spite of. In spite of the rains we went out. Irundha podilum. Okay. Third one, dash fire, break the glass to escape. So your options are in case of, in case with. So answer is in case of. A option. In case of fire, break the glass to escape. Fourth one, I am standing here, dash my friends. Your options are in behalf of, on behalf of, on behalf. So the answer is on behalf of. I am standing here on behalf of my friends. Okay. Fifth one, we solved the problem, dash a new device developed by our engineers. Your options are by means of, by means to. And the answer is A option. We solved the problem by means of a new device developed by our engineers. Sixth one, dash we are impressed with their performance. Your options are in general, on general, in generally. And the answer is A option, in general. In general, we are impressed with their performance. Fine, children? Okay, moving on to non-finite verbs. A non-finite verb, also known as verbal, is a term used to describe a verb that does not indicate tense. Non-finite naka tense indicate pandrathe illa, past, present, future, nothing. The non-finite verbs are called gerunds, infinitives and participles. சரியா? Okay, finite verb இதுலயுமே ரெண்டு டபுள் இருக்குது. Finite verb and non-finite verb. A verb that indicates tense and changes according to the subject. Finite verb naka tense, அது present past எல்லாம் காமிக்கும். Non-finite naka a verb that does not indicate tense and does not change according to the subject. So first let us study finite verb. Finite verbs change tense and number according to the subject. For example, Arun visited Suresh to his daughter's birthday. Her friends presented the girl with a toy. His friends presented a watch. Okay. Next one is non-finite verbs have no subject and do not change according to the tense or number. Non-finite verbs are broadly classified as follows. Sorry, and the non-finite 3-4 types of பிரிச்சுக்கலாம். Gerunds, infinitives, present participles and past participle. சரி, gerund என்ன? noun பாதி verb பாதி ஆல்ரெடி படிச்சிருக்கீங்க. சரியா? ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள், வாக்கிங் இஸ் a healthy habit. சரி, இங்க வாக்கிங் யார் பண்றாங்க? இது ஏதாவது verb இருக்குதா, செயல் இருக்குதா, வினைச்சொல் இருக்குதா? இல்ல இல்லையா? வாக்கிங் is a healthy habit. Nobody is walking here. So that is present participle used as noun. So அதுதான் gerund. Next one you see, infinitive. I like to walk early in the morning. To infinitive. எப்பயுமே I want to walk, to play, to swim. இந்த மாதிரி to வந்ததுனாக்கா infinitive. Third one, present participle. These are my walking shoes. So present participle used as an adjective. Past participle, having walked a long distance, I felt tired. Okay. Moving on to C section. Look at the action words in bold. Identify whether they are either finite or non-finite verb. Okay, the sentences are, they want to try a new approach. So இங்கே to try இருக்குது. So just now I told you, to வந்ததுனாக்கா to infinitive, அதாவது infinitive. So non-finite verb, that is to try. Trying is easy. So trying, so non-finite. Having tried everything, he gave up. So having tried, so that is non-finite. All I can do is try. So try, non-finite. If she tried, she would succeed. So tried. So that is finite verb. Fine, children? Okay, moving on to the next one. Infinitives and gerunds. The infinitive is often called as to verb, to infinitive. Subject பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, I can function as a subject. Object பார்க்கும்போது, I can function as an object. For example, to swim is a good exercise. Object பார்க்கும்போது, I like to swim. Infinitives may be used without to, and we call such infinitives a plain infinitive or a bare infinitive. For example, she made me do my project. We use plain or bare infinitive with these modals. So modals படிச்சிருக்கீங்க இல்லையா? Can, could, shall, should, will, would, may, might, dare, must, need to எல்லாம். So shall, may, will, might, do, could, did, must, would, let, make, dare, need, see, இதுக்கெல்லாம் யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம். The infinitive may function as a subject, direct object, subject complement, adjective or adverb in a sentence. Although an infinitive is easy to locate because of the to verb, அதாவது to walk, to play, to swim, அந்த to இருந்ததுனாக்கா ஈஸியாக கண்டுபிடிச்சிடலாம். Deciding what function it has in a sentence depends on the meaning. For example, to wait seemed foolish when decisive action was required. இது சப்ஜெக்டாக இருக்குது. Second one, we intended to leave early. இது direct object, to leave. Next one, his ambition is to fly. இது subject complement, to fly. He lacked the strength to resist. இங்க to resist adjective. We must study to learn. So to learn is adverb. So moving on to gerunds. A gerund is an action word that ends in ing and functions as a noun. அதாவது gerund இப்போ தான் சொல்லி கொடுத்தேன், ing வச்சு end ஆகணும். அது noun மாதிரி இருக்கும், ஆனால் verbும் இருக்குது. சரியா? noun பாதி verb பாதி. coming, going, nalu seri, cycling, smoking, swimming, walking, all these things. And adala verb irukradilla. It means vinaichal direct illa. For example, DC, read the following pairs of sentences. Identify the subject. Traveling might satisfy a desire for new experiences. So how will you identify the subject? Traveling. Okay, ing இருக்குது. Next one, the study abroad program might satisfy a desire for new experiences. So here subject என்ன இருக்குது? The study abroad program. Okay, next one is identify the direct object. They do not appreciate my singing. So இதில் direct object என்ன? My singing. Okay, next one is they do not appreciate my assistance. So here my assistance is the direct object. Next one is identify the subject complement. My cat's favorite activity is sleeping. So idhula subject complement enna? Sleeping. Next one, my cat's favorite food is salmon. So here this is salmon is subject complement. Next one, identify the object of the preposition. So inge object of preposition, okay. This is the police arrested him for speeding. So speeding. Next one, the police arrested him for criminal activity. So criminal activity. Fine, children? Okay. So now points to remember, if you see, a gerund phrase consists of a gerund plus modifiers, objects and or complements. Fine? Okay, here Dinesh and Divya have been assigned homeworks on non-finites. They are not sure when to use gerund and when to use an infinitive. They decide to meet the teacher and get their doubts cleared. The teacher introduces them to Mr. Gerund and Miss Infinitive. Okay, so இப்போ gerund extra-வா படிக்கிறோம், சரிங்களா? So here there is a role play conversation. Teacher says, this is Mr. Gerund. You may have seen him after these verbs enjoy, finish, keep, mind, suggest, forgive, excuse, postpone, go. அதாவது ing திரும்ப வரும். Gerund says, I come after a preposition too. Teacher, Mr. Gerund comes in handy to describe a real action. Infinitive, hello friends, I'm infinitive. Words such as like, refuse are followed by me. Dinesh, I know you. I take your help to describe a general or future action. I think I need to get up early tomorrow to complete my grammar exercise. Divya, you helped me to express reason, intention and purpose. I wish to finish my assignment by tonight. Gerund says, do you know, after verbs like begin, love, continue, try, learn, start, neglect, you can use either of us? Now infinitive says, but remember, we mean different things when used after stop. Dinesh, Divya, when we saw Rajesh at the mall, I stopped to talk to him. Why didn't you wait? Divya, don't you know I stopped talking to him? Gerund, I am also used after these phrases. It's no use. It's no good. Now Dinesh and Divya. Thank you, ma'am. Bye, Mr. Gerund and Miss Infinitive. Okay, F section children, now work in pairs and help Dinesh and Divya complete the exercise given below. Where are the astronauts headed to? Okay, here there is an exercise, astronauts 1. So we'll just do it. Write the gerund or infinitive form of the verbs in the blanks. First one, the astronauts managed dash their training in record time. Your option word is complete. So the astronauts managed to complete their training in record time. Second one, they learned how dash in space without gravity. They learned how to survive in space without gravity. Third one, the best astronaut almost quit dash to learn the complex information. The best astronaut almost quit trying to learn. Okay, fine. Fourth one, their mission appeared dash in jeopardy. Their mission appeared to be in jeopardy. Fifth one, then Marina encouraged him by saying, it's no good dash the project right at the end. The bracket word is quit. So no good quitting. Sixth one, being an astronaut will enable you dash great success in life. Achieve. How do? Enable you to achieve. Seventh one, if you give up dash now, our mission will be scubbled. If you give up studying now. Eighth one, think of your fellow astronauts who wouldn't hesitate dash you in time of trouble. So bracket word is help. To help you in time of trouble. Ninth one, we astronauts must keep on dash for our space launch. Keep on preparing for our space launch. Ninth one. Tenth one, some say it's no use dash to distant planets because it takes too long. Your bracket word is travel. So it is no use traveling. 11th one, but we really want dash other planets and find out if life exists on them. But we really want to visit. Can you imagine? Dash up to a Martian and shaking hands and dash, hello, how are you? Can you imagine walking up to a Martian and shaking hands and saying, hello, how are you? We really look forward dash alien creatures and dash out what they are really like. We really look forward to meeting alien creatures and finding out. 14th one, many scientists have warned us not dash this dangerous journey, but we are not discouraged. Many scientists have warned us not to take this dangerous journey. 15th one, traveling to faraway planets involves dash our lives for the thrill of discovery. Traveling to faraway planets involves risking our lives. Okay. Alright children, next one. However, we won't delay dash off into space. However, we won't delay blasting off into space. 17th one. Would you like dash us on our journey if you could? Would you mind to accompany us on our journey if you could? 18th one. During our training, we have got used to being weightless and living under difficult conditions. 19th one. Scientists admit to be intensely curious about life on other planets. 20th. I am sure they would also enjoy traveling with our crew. 21. We told them to come with us on our trip, but some of them think it is a waste of time searching for life that doesn't exist. 22. We have been taught how to endure hardships during our training, and now we can't afford to waste money. Fine, children? Okay. Now we are on our way. Which planet are the astronauts heading to first? Add the infinitives. Neptune 10, Venus 9, Mars 18 and Jupiter 11. So which one? Jupiter 11. Fine, children? Okay. So I hope all of you understood. You can enjoy and try to use lots of gerunds and lots of infinitives. Fine? And don't miss to watch other lesson explanation, book back exercise and guided reading. Thank you.